girl. Good girl. Nikita, come. Good girl. Yeah. You ready? Let's go. You're going. Watch. Sit. Yes. Watch. Watch. Good girl. Yes. Sit. Good girl. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. Come. Good girl. Let's go. Watch. Sit. Good girl. Watch. Come. Good girl. Awesome. Good girl. Let's go. Let's go. Watch me. And sit. Go. Nikita, come. I'll tangle up now. Come. Okay, so as you can see, I'm asking her to sit when I stop because in suburbia, where you live, when you come to the curb, you'd like her to stop with you. In the beginning, you're going to have to ask her to stop so that until she learns that it's automatic with you. Sometimes she stops and stands and doesn't sit. I'm not going to get bent out of shape about that. I'm just going to ask her, sit. And she does understand this hand signal. So you'll see I'll say, sit, yes, and then treat her for sitting. So in the beginning, though, you want to ask her to sit every time. Again, polite leash walking is not healing. It's not precision at the left side, focus 100% of the time. Polite leash walking is simply not dragging you down the street. Her walks are her walks. They need to be enjoyable for her as well as for you. So every now and then, stop. Let her take a minute to smell the roses. That's perfectly fine. But then ask her to re-engage with you, walk with you, stop, have her sit, give her some treats, and then, okay, go be a dog. Let her have a little bit of sniff. And all right, we're back together again. So that she learns that she's not having everything taken away from her. We're just putting some protocols in place. You walk with me, I give you a little bit of what you want. Give and take, so that's nice. The bigger the distractions, obviously, the more she's going to want to go to them. So now your job becomes to be aware, and if you see a cat 2 houses down that you think she might be interested in, boom, start paying attention. What a good girl, Nikita! Let's go, let's touch. Do a bunch of touches. Good girl, and reward. Walk towards that, walk away again. Keep her engaged as you pass by so that you manage that and teach her that, ooh, when I see a cat, if I look over here instead, it rains chicken on me. And the same thing when you see a dog from a distance, don't get so close that she feels compelled to be reactive. Give her the space that she needs. Engage her. You see a dog 50 feet away, right away, Nikita, sit, attention, good girl, sit, attention, and give her some really good treats so that what she's learning, she knows that dog is there, even if she's not reacting to it, she knows it's there. What you're teaching her is, when you see a dog, defer to me, get great treats. So now other dogs become a cue that says, focus on my mom, get great treats, instead of a cue that says, go ballistic and bark and lunge. So we're always going to see that. Think Pavlov, you right? Ring bell, get food, ring bell, get food. That other dog is your bell. So just think Pavlov. Ring bell, get food. Dog equals food. But you have to get that in before she becomes reactive. So the minute you see that dog, whether you think she's seen it or not, be aware. She's probably aware. So the minute you're aware of it, boom, we engage, we get treats, give her distance. If you have to go up somebody's driveway, sit and do attention exercises while that dog passes by, that's what you're going to do. At all costs, what you're not going to do is you're not going to go, oh, let's see if they want to say hi. None of that. No going up to say hi to strange dogs. But at the same time, no dragging her away from them either, because restraint builds drive to the thing we're being restrained from. So you don't want to be dragging her away. You don't want it to be a negative experience. You don't want her to think, oh my God, other dogs mean my mother turns crazy and I get in trouble and I don't know why. You want her to think, other things equal fantastic things happen to me. So, think Pavlov. That dog is your bell. See the dog? Ring! Food, food, food. So that with repetition, what's going to happen is, the minute she sees the dog, her reaction is going to be, where's my food? Instead of, grr, 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 grr. And as I say, in the meantime, you don't want to be getting up close and personal with those dogs. She doesn't have to say hi to those dogs. Realistically speaking, dogs should be like we are when we walk down a busy street. Completely indifferent to the people around us. We don't get excited because we see another human or, oh my God, somebody else wearing a yellow shirt. I have to run over and say hi. We don't do that. We want our dogs to be indifferent as well. Your dogs don't have to say hello to everybody. They should be indifferent. When you're on leash and when you're with me, we are a team, and all of that stuff doesn't matter. So a lot of it is just repetition, though. Teaching her, see dog, get food, see dog, get food, see dog, get food, until it's see dog, look for food. She's getting really good with that with me, because she's been with me for a while. And we've practiced in PetSmart, where we have the opportunity to meet some other dogs who are on leash and under control. Forget dog parks, because the dogs aren't under control. So she's been doing well at the training hall. She's been doing well at PetSmart and at Ren's Pets Depot. I haven't done Canadian Tire because there isn't a Canadian Tire on our route anywhere or close to where we live, so there's no point in that. And she's been learning about environmental rewards as well as food rewards. So she's doing really well that way. Nikita, hi, thank you. So the reason I have her on 2 leashes is because she's not my dog, and we're outside. I'm slightly paranoid about leashes breaking, so I always have 2 on in case one fails. So, I mean, she's been doing really, really well. You want to practice these exercises all the time, and you're going to have written notes as well. I just wanted to do a little bit of video to show you that she's comprehending and that she's walking nice with me. We have walked up and down the country road together, and she doesn't pull me. She walks nicely. It's become our habit. So a lot of it now at home is it's going to become your habit. You're going to take 1, 2, 3 steps, stop and feed. 1, 2, 3 steps, stop and feed. 1, 2, 3 steps, stop and feed. And then maybe go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, stop and feed. 5 steps, stop and feed. 5 steps, stop and feed. And then maybe go to 7 steps, stop and feed. 7 steps, stop and feed. So when I get to 7 steps, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, good girl. 4, 5, good girl. 6, 7, stop, feed. So I'm going to still give her feedback at the intervals where she's been programmed to expect reinforcement. And then the jackpot comes as we extend the number of steps we're taking. Anytime you feel like it, you can just stop and feed. Whether you've gone 2 steps, 5 steps, 10 steps, doesn't matter. Keep her playing that game, that jackpot. Any minute, they could stop and feed me, so I'm ready for it. You want her walking along thinking, is it now? Is it now? Woohoo! It's now. It just came now. So that she's expecting the reward and staying connected to you, waiting for that reward. So gradually expand how far you go. In the beginning, when she comes home, you don't want to walk her unless you're training the walk. Because every time she gets out ahead and pulls and is disconnected from you, that's reinforcing. She's doing it because it works for her, it's pleasant for her. So you don't want her practicing the version of the behavior you don't want. You want her only practicing the version of the behavior you do want. So potty her in the yard, play fetch with her in the yard, exercise her in the yard, train her on the walk. And if you don't have time to train the walk, don't do the walk. Otherwise, you're going to sabotage your progress, and she's going to go backwards, and she's going to lose what she's already learned. You have to stay connected with her. It has to be something you do together, that you're reinforcing, training, and over time, I would say probably a couple of weeks at least when she gets home, you'll be able to relax that protocol a little bit, and she'll be on course with walking nicely in your neighborhood and being able to stay connected to you. If at any time she seems to be disconnected and she goes off in front too much, as in like, oh, focus on something too much in front, and you think that leash is going to go tight, before the leash gets tight, call her, Nikita, come, and bring her back into you. What a good girl. Okay, and let's go again. So don't let her get to the point where that leash is tight and there's a pull. If she's getting close to it, just redirect her. Nikita, come. Yay, reward her for coming in, and off we go again. So that you're always managing the environment to make sure that the wrong thing never happens. If it happens, we're all human. Don't beat yourself up. Just call her in anyway. We want to avoid corrections. You don't want that leash to be tight. You don't want any tugging on that leash. Just call her in. Mama made a mistake. Sorry, I'll do better next time, kiddo. And off we go again. So it's all about keeping connected, keeping her focused, and telling her she's such a good girl, right? Telling you you're such a good girl. Thank you so much. I love you too. Good girl. Yeah. She's a good dog. She really is a good dog. And you just have to stay connected to her. Tell her what she's doing right so that she wants to do more of what's right. Okay? We're going to try and